actually never...
I didn't have a demo.
Yeah, I didn't make a demo.
At all.
Not motivation. But we receive demos all the time. So I actually do hear, I mean, our top coordinator, she emails the directors these demos, and I hear them every day. So it's pretty cool. Sometimes we hear stuff that's like, you should put that here. So, yeah, it's pretty neat.
And we have had a situation like that where Mike Solis, sent in a demo and he lived in Hawaii. And he's now the lead of Petroleum. I mean, since that happened.
And maybe he's featured in some other shows we can
right.
So he's doing really well.
But I mean, that's rare. That's very, very, most people know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody and has worked with them on some type of project, independent film, a commercial, all kinds of things, plays, whatever. And they're like, hey, I already worked at Funimation. You're really good. You should come see this director friend of mine. Hey, you need somebody? And they start off just like everybody else. Walla, bit cards, work their way up. That's the truth. Did I do that?
No, I'm being a big fan. Because I'm ancient. Yes?
What made you want to play?
Well, there's a couple of things. One, I don't get the chance very often to play really any characters because my voice range is so strange that sometimes there can be a book of size this thick and I get to pick one character in the whole book to try. You know what I'm saying? So I get to flip through FMA and go, wow, the one character that I get to try. Like I got one or two choices here to make, and that is such an interesting character. The way that it looked physically and the description on it was like, if I don't get this, I'm stupid. I've got to go in there and make this happen. So, and I really, really, really wanted it from the second I saw it. I was drawn to that character. I guess the conflict in it and just the fact that everybody has experienced that feeling, the feeling of envy. Everyone has always wanted something that someone else has. You know what I'm saying? At some point, we've all experienced that sin, right? We may not be so close to sloth or lust or some of the other sins, but I think everyone can say, who's been envious of someone or something, right? Maybe multiple times in a day.
Hello?
That's me. I don't know. Is it me?
No, I think it's that one.
Okay, yes. But that was one of the reasons, and I just think it physically is an interesting character. I only read for one character, but I actually played two characters. I played Camilla in the video game, and I played. So that's a trivia question. Yeah. Good. I would like to have it. Fantastic. So that's why I picked that character, and I get to do that a lot. You know, I get to go in and kind of look at this big book of characters and pick the one I think is right for me. And I think that's part of the audition process, is knowing where your voice sits and what the right ones are to read for and what the wrong ones are. Or sometimes I'll pick something that is way out of left field for me, and that'll happen.
Obviously, both Gluttony and Envy, especially Envy, are very violent and sadistic characters. So when you are trying to capture their personalities, do you ever have like a Heath Ledger moment where you feel like the character is taking over you, or something like that?
I had a moment the other day where I had such a throbbing headache, and I was literally about to start crying in the booth. I was upset. I was really wanting to get out of the booth. It was just like, I was really angry after my session. Asked him, I came and I flew open the door. I was like, I'm going home. Nobody called me. He came over later. I talked. I just sounded like didn't I sound terrible?
Hot tea.
I need hot tea. I was pretty angry that day. But, no, when you're yelling for 4 and 5 hours at a time, that hurts bad. So I try to pop out of it because I know what's going to happen. How about you?
It's the same thing. I guess it's the same experience. I guess once you're in a fight scene, you're yelling and growling for hours at a time. I guess because you're really doing it and it hurts and you're so long, you do feel kind of nuts.
But you can use that
That's the good news, that when you do feel that connected, it really comes across. But yeah, I think it's the same thing. When I've had to yell or be making monster noises for over an hour, I start to feel like,
we just finished doing a show together that he directed and I was on that we can't talk about, but I will tell you about a scene that we did where I had to cry, and really tired and really sick that day already. We'd been recording that week. I went home. I recorded the first half of the day. I went home, took a bath, came home, came back, and I just needed to like stick my head in the water. Came back later in the day, and it worked. Like the scene worked because I was physically and emotionally just out. And it worked. So sometimes you can use those things to your advantage. So,
hello.
I have two questions. One, what's your favorite characters to interact with from FMA, and what's your favorite line to play with them? And two, you had mentioned earlier that there's voice acting in Canada. What parts of Canada?
all right, let's do our line. And you know what yours is. You know what. You can eat whoever you like.
We do that. You can eat whoever you like.
You can eat whatever you like. That's where that came from. Y'all like that? You can eat whatever you like. What about Canada, as far as working with other characters?
I'm thinking of Ocean Group right now. I'm trying to remember where Ocean Group is, how... Toronto! Toronto, Canada. That's the end of that. And, so...
It's always fun to be on with Ed, of course, and like I said, now I'm enjoying Gluttony and Lean on a lot. So.
Well, yeah, for me it was, us, Laura Bailey, because, I mean, I knew her anyway, but we had so many scenes together. There she's now. That's right. That's... In that case...
I kind of have two questions and they're kind of connected. Okay, I work at a radio station and I recorded 6 commercials in 2 hours. One of the problems I have is talking way too fast and then I run out of breath and have to suck in. So what would be good exercises to kind of fix that?
And we're talking?
No, I just
No,
I talk really fast and try to get through it because we only get about 30 seconds for a commercial. And so
she's using up all her air instead of breathing out of like, you know what I mean? Like using it consistently. She's like
Diaphragm.
pushing it out really fast.
First of all, don't they time compress? Can't you go a little slower? They time compress with they don't do that?
no, we use auditions.
Ruh-roh.
To control your breath, I would use the breathing exercise. There's a really good book called Finding, that's the panel, and then just went out of my head.
Do it.
Dang it. I don't know, I'll Facebook it to you.
Okay.
But yoga is good too.
By the way,
Breathing exercise.
there's a scene where there's a show, Cody show, for example, where a lot of characters talk really fast at the time. What we do is sometimes the flaps, we have to do with the flaps. Not this because we have to go match the flaps. So we'll go, if it's a paragraph, it's like a flap train, I call it, like, and there's no stopping. We'll come in and we'll go halfway, and whoever's acting will take a break, and then we'll punch in where that person will say the lines, a few words right before where they stop, and then come right back in. And the idea is that it's seamless. So it's really, if you see a long take where it's talking really fast, it's usually actually 2 takes.
Yeah,
Together.
the difference is with the commercials, you're doing it all in one take, correct?
I did all 6 of them in one take.
Well, I think what you need, I mean, if you have a really good engineer and some good software, you wouldn't have to do that. There you go. And
No, we have faith in you. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, we gotta have
You
faith.
know that you can do it. You got another question?
Second question. Afterwards, you can imagine I was
Hi.
throat sore and everything. I drink tea, but people were telling me to drink lemon water. Which one is better?
Now I'm actually big, Mike. You have a comment about that?
For any kind of job that involves a lot of vocal work, really the best thing for your voice is room temperature water, because it loosens up your vocal cords and allows you to speak better. So that's